Have you ever wondered why ITIL heatmaps are the way they are? Hi, my name is Andreas Hense and I make videos on ITIL 4. Today I'll talk about ITIL heatmaps that map practices to activities in the service value chain. I will pick 4 practices, look at their heatmaps and compare my own experience with the reference literature. We have already discussed heatmaps for practices in the ITIL 4 framework. In a previous video, we have seen that heatmaps may help finding the relevant practices for activities of a value stream. In the ITIL reference literature, we have 34 heatmaps, one for each ITIL practice. Most of these heatmaps looked good to me in the sense that I could understand why a practice had a high or a low contribution to an activity in the value chain. Let's look at 2 examples where this is the case. Service catalog management has a high contribution to engage. This is obvious because the service catalog is the means of written communication to our customers and users. The service catalog tells the customers which services are available for them and how much they cost. Service catalog management has a medium or low contribution to the other activities of the value chain, and that's okay. Medium or low, these are just nuances. Service validation and testing has a high contribution to design and transition and to obtain build. This is clear because in these 2 activities, all the testing takes place. It has no contribution to plan. That's okay because although testing activities need to be planned in projects, it's not the practice that will help us when we do our high-level planning. Service validation and testing has a medium contribution to improve. That's fine. And the rest is low. Now let's look at 2 practices where I don't understand why their heatmaps look like this. The continual improvement practice is the first example. I can fully understand that it has a high contribution to the value chain activity called improve. That's obvious. But why does it have a high contribution to plan? Does the idea of improving everything all the time concretely help me with the high-level planning of services? Services that don't even exist yet? What is there to improve? How can I improve something that doesn't even exist yet? I really don't get it. The second example is the practice information security management. I agree that information security is not just one of these new buzzwords. It is an important topic that certainly plays a role while planning and implementing IT services. But why does it have a high contribution for engage? How does information security management help me while engaging with my customers? These are 2 examples where the heatmaps have puzzled me. When I looked for answers, for reasons why, I didn't find anything. And then I thought, perhaps there aren't any reasons. Perhaps the heatmaps are simply the result of a meeting of experts where there has been some kind of voting going on without any written documentation of the reasons. And if I don't agree with the heatmap, this doesn't mean that the heatmap is wrong or that I am wrong. It just means that my own experience differs from the experience of the people who produce the heatmaps. Were you there? Are you one of the experts who contributed to the heatmaps in the reference literature? If you happen to see this video, please let us know how the heatmaps have been created. See you in the next video.